Morning, gang. Happy Monday. The start of a brand new week that I'm only working 2 days of. It's an exciting day because we're doing deliveries. We got a big delivery on here. A lot of beams, a lot of microlam beams. They're engineered lumber, stronger than steel. And there's about 17,000 pounds of it. It's 39 degrees out right now. You know, I thought there was going to be an ice problem on the roads this morning, but it's just not cold enough. You know, unless the ice was already there from the snow storm last week, then it's pretty much good. You know, the areas they don't plow, that might be icy, but it was a nice ride in this morning. Not that many people on the road, so it was good. We got 2 stops on here. One to Newark, one to our favorite place in the world, Jersey City. Pumped. We're just waiting on this stupid train to get out of the way. It's just sitting there. It's moving now, but we're only 10 minutes from first stop. It's in Newark, and you know, these beams might be really slippery. You know, if they're frozen, they could be really slippery. If they're wet, they could still be really slippery. So we're gonna be extra careful with these beams. You know, especially when they're leaned up like this on the headboard. As soon as you pull up on that, they're gonna go. So we got to pick them up a little lopsided to get them up in the air, and then we'll straighten it out. But nothing we haven't handled before. So I hope everybody had a great Christmas. You know, it always goes by so fast. Blink of an eye. But we got another holiday coming up, so that'll be pretty nice. Kind of splits up the time a little bit, or it's not too bad. Man, it's weird. It's usually when you're in this area, it smells like crap. For some reason, it smells like lasagna. I don't know. Oh, there's the crab smell. That's bad. There's a sewage treatment right over there. You know, the lasagna smell. I wasn't feeling that lasagna smell, but now it ain't so bad. That was, got a big whiff. I'm starting to think that so many people had lasagna this weekend that it just was coming out of the sewage plant. I don't know how else to explain it. It's strange, when I look at a dress that I'm going to, I can't think of it right away most of the time, and then when I'm like a mile away, I start remembering things, and I'm remembering things now, because my last episode, that was Tuesday, Christmas special. These people just running all these red lights, so I'm in the middle of the intersection. Morons. So I'm remembering stuff here. This is the one we did that was on a really tight road, and there was no parking. And I went around the block about 5 times before finding a tiny spot where I could sit and wait for them to call me when they got parking spaces open. So we're going right back to that spot, and there's a second truck behind me doing got the same amount of beams, because there's two houses there that are identical. You know, after it snows, it takes up a lot of parking spaces. You know, this car is gonna I'm gonna kick this car out of here. How you doing? Are they leaving or? Yeah. Well, they're not leaving now. Hey, am I okay right here for a little bit? Am I alright if I park here for a little bit to unload?
I move my car.
Oh, thank you. You're the man.
What's a little bit? 5 minutes?
I don't know.
I don't know.
If you got it.
You usually leave, but I don't know what time you leave. You know, as long as you park far behind, you probably.
Alright. If I see you guys, I'll move. It's good neighbors here. That guy parked in front of the site. He lives right here, so he just pulled out of the way for me. I was just trying to make sure I wasn't blocking him in. He's dirty. This guy's cool. I don't have much room behind me though. I might be able to squeeze in between here with these beams, but this is freaking tight though. These cars are barely getting by me. I thought I was going around the block at least 2 times. I think we're gonna make this work.
Good luck.
Nothing wakes you up more than slippery microlam beams. Very slippery. They have like a coating on them that's just, it's slick. And the moisture on them makes them more slick. Moisture and ice, deadly. You know, I'm hopping curbs with these things, you know, and those little bumps and jerks doing that, they send those flying into a parked car or somebody walking. It's a little nerve-wracking. So I don't care how many times you do that. You just gotta be so careful with those things. I've had them slide off in many different situations. I was just lucky nothing happened. And you gotta kind of think of where you think those beams are gonna slide off too. It's crazy you gotta think like that, but you gotta have plan B and you gotta have an emergency plan with those freaking things. So we're heading to Jersey City with a small drywall order. Should be there in 20 minutes. And I had to get out of there because there was another truck behind me. And there wasn't space for two trucks. Luckily, most of the things were, the parking spots were on the driver's side, and most of the stuff we had to take off was on the passenger side. So once we got that whole side off, I only had one more thing to get on the driver's side, which is the hard part because there's no other parking. I had to do it from the curb. So we backed up the truck, I took it off, pulled the truck back forward so I could turn around and then put it down. So the other driver backed the truck up for me. I don't know why he had to change the seat, the air vents, and the steering wheel to do that, but he did. Whatever. Gotta be comfortable. I don't know. It's 2 seconds to back it up. So we're on Route 78 East. I can't see very far in front of me. Just brake lights. I can't even see the bridge we're about to go over. It's pretty foggy. But we're going over that bridge. It kind of looks like the Baltimore Bridge. I don't really like it that much. It just looks rusty. I don't know, the Jersey barriers aren't very comforting if, you know, something happens, because I've seen a truck smash through a Jersey barrier on Route 23, so it's possible. We're here, and this doesn't feel right. It's 3:48, not 5:48. I'm just gonna pull into the snow a little bit, get over the side. car there. And vents. I don't think anybody's here. Or should I just leave it in 348.5 driveway? I don't know, I think I'm gonna get Karen'd if I do that one. Good thing I didn't leave that there. That was the wrong address. This is the third address I'm going to. Went to 548. And then I was told 348. Now we're going to 248. Of course, there's no parking over here. Why would there be?
Good luck.
Coffee time. I still have a lot. Yeah, it's a tad early for me to get coffee. But sometimes those second chances don't come around. So it started raining steadily, and I put my rain jacket on. I don't want to be soaked for the rest of the day. So yeah, that freaking went to 3 different addresses. It was all on the same street though, so I just kept going down the street. It's like, this one, no, this one, no. You know, there could be a typo or whatever. Failure somewhere. So I had unstrapped, so I just pulled. I wasn't gonna like strap it back up. I just pulled down. This thing's not gonna go anywhere. But I'm just gonna say it must be nice to be able to sleep and work at the same time. Sign me up for that. That's not a bad gig to have. So we're heading back to the yard now. I'll be there in a half hour. It's a nice jacket. Who shot the couch?
Do a barrel roll.
Alright, so we're on the way to Edison now. I got one beam I'm delivering there. Then I'm going to Islin. I like to call it Iceland because you can actually say it better that way. Then we're going to Cranford. A little bit of plywood. So these should be pretty straightforward. That wind is really kicking up and blowing me. It's raining pretty hard. Wow, it wasn't windy before, but now I just feel like there is a sail attached to me. I'm gonna drop my third axle on the fly here, doing I need that braking power because I can't see too far down the road. This guy's going like, it is freaking loud in this truck right now. I think all the straps are down too. They're like kind of vibrating. But I have a gap between what's on the bed and what's over top. And the wind is just pushing through the middle, through that space. All my straps are still tight. I've been in these back roads for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. It's just like left, right, left, right, left. I can't believe there's not a more like direct way. You get lost back here because it's not like a grid, it's just like all over the place. I'm just bringing one beam here. Well, right here. One and done.
Mission complete.
Oh yeah. Pulling out. We be on our way to Iselin. I can't wait to get this off the truck. This is just one of those loads that just don't want on the truck. It's kind of clunky. It's over the headboard, it's under the headboard. Eat my lunch on the way over here. It's a 25-minute drive. I would have went to the bathroom here, but they ain't got none. It's still raining pretty good. You know, I just hopped out real quick and got that done as fast as I could. But it's not that bad. It's just a little rain. We've seen a lot worse. You know, one time it was raining so hard, you know, I did a delivery in Edison, where I am now, just a few years back. But it rained so hard that I couldn't see the road signs. And I ended up getting on 440, and when the rain stopped, or when it slowed down, I ended up in Staten Island. A shock. I had to turn around and go back. But yeah, that was probably the hardest rain I've ever seen. Well, looky here. Not very much room, and there's... That thing's massive. For that little house. I'm gonna have to like put it in the street while I'm done with this delivery.
Good luck.
rolling out. That went pretty smooth, smoother than I thought. Everything fit like perfectly. Nothing's buried. They can get to what they need to first. You know, and I left things on the bottom that they're gonna use later on. So it should be good. They should like it. So one little bit of plywood in Cranford, and that's gonna be it for what's left of my truck. I'm gonna get there in a half hour. We're about a half mile from the job here. We're on a busy street, so hopefully there's enough room to just pull over the side and take this off. So my flatbed is 8 feet wide, maybe 8 feet long. And when I have 8-foot material, if I can, or if it's worth it or not, I put it on the way back on the end across the bed. That way I just take the Moffett off and it's right there. I just pick it up. I can park anywhere. Left side, right side, and I could really just pull it off real quick and get the delivery done fast. So I try to do that whenever I can.
Mission complete.
That was pretty easy. It was just one thing. We're out of here. But yeah, we're heading back to the yard. 35 minutes we'll be there. I'm guessing we're gonna load up and head out for the day.